One of the articles they said was there was apparently this monk who lived his entire life without ever seeing a woman. And I was like, yo. I was like, damn. I mean, how do you think? Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't know what he's missing out on because he's never seen a woman. But like, from your perspective, this is a tangent, but who cares? From your perspective, I mean, do you feel sorry for the guy?
No, that was his decision. He reaps what he sows, you know?
It was not his decision. He was orphaned at a freaking...
Oh, okay.
He's not seen his own mother, bro. He's not seen a woman his entire life. So he was abandoned as a baby at a temple in Tibet or something. And he's been raised by monks his entire life.
Never mind.
And he died by never seeing a woman.
Okay, that's a bit more complicated.
What do you think? Do you feel sorry for the dude? I mean, obviously it doesn't matter anymore. But
But obviously, I feel sorry about it.
Because women are pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Welcome to the factory, to a new episode.
Yes, sir.
And this week's theme is loneliness, and as you can see, we have our second guest ever. Please, everybody, welcome.
Yeah. Let's go, Mr.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I am Kadir and I am friend of Nick and Kevin. And we will be talking about loneliness, hopefully, and enjoy watching.
Yeah, I remember when I first asked you to come on the show, and I was like, you can choose any topic, and then you chose loneliness, and that kind of made me interested to think you might have some experience with loneliness.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does, but you have an experience that you want to talk about, which I found interesting.
Yeah, actually, I chose this topic as a purpose, for a purpose, and actually, I have few experiences, and I have few ideas about it. Hopefully, you enjoy.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. Sure. Okay, I'm excited. Do we have to say it? Oh, well,
What?
yeah, the main question, you can tell me.
Oh, yeah. So, as I said, the theme is loneliness, but the main question is loneliness good or bad?
Right. So it's going to be this is pre-shadowing and foreshadowing in a sense. This episode is going to pick up right to where the last episode left off. And more often than not, I think next episode is going to pick up right where this one leaves off.
So you guys have to watch it in order.
Yeah, it's
matter
going to be a little teaser for you. But anyway, is loneliness good or bad? We can
We're just encouraging you guys to watch the other videos.
Yeah, but we're going to go straight into it. Also, the last episode will be linked somewhere. Anyway,
Movie magic.
Yeah. All right. Point number 1. So as I said, picking up right where we left off last time, the opening dilemma. So let's start with something provocative. What's actually worse? Having people around you who constantly judge you, or knowing that no one cares about you at all? So last episode we kind of discussed that the fact is that nobody does care. Yeah. But then obviously the realities we make up in our mind can be different. And of course, there are people who will judge you. But it's all depending on how you view it. So talking about our first point, we first ask you. So think about it. So would you rather be surrounded by people who criticize everything you do, or be completely alone where nobody's watching, nobody's judging, but also that nobody's there?
Actually, one can decide about their life, and even if you ask your friend, you can talk about their ideas, and you can discuss it, and they might end up your decision wrong point, most probably, because they will judge you, and you may be confused about your ideas, and that is why I prefer being alone, because when you're alone you can refresh your mind. Your mind is refreshed and you can think more easily, I guess. At least that is what I am doing so far. And even if you end up with a wrong decision, it's a good experience. Then you will not repeat.
You learn from
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's very. Do you have anything to
No,
add?
no.
Yeah. I think that's very. What do you say? Similar to your self-reflection thing that you. Yeah. Speak about it. Go.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know what else to add because you're taking everything out of my mouth, Kadir. Yeah, basically, I would say I probably also prefer nobody there, nobody judging you. Because then you're just alone. If you're curious about yourself, you learn more about yourself. You learn from your mistakes, and you just keep growing. Just keep growing.
Okay. Yeah. For me, if you're talking about preference, obviously I prefer to be like alone with myself. But I'm thinking about it from like a necessity point of view, in the sense that, of course, there has to be a balance between the two.
Yeah.
But having criticism is also good, in the sense that it helps you. Not all criticism is good, obviously. Like constructive criticism.
Of course.
You need to be wise to decide what criticism to take into account. But basically it helps you to see things that you might miss out from your self-reflection as well. Because when you do self-reflection and you think about whatever it is for yourself, there is of course a certain level of bias that is also under it, because you are thinking about yourself. And sometimes you need an outside opinion to really give that reality check sometimes.
No, for sure. There's a limit to the self-reflection, right? Because cultural, your background, of course, new perspectives is always useful. In that process of growing.
But if someone is asking it like this in a would you rather situation,
for sure.
We all are socially awkward, so we want to be alone. Moving on to the next one. You can take the. You can ask the next question.
So does judgment at least mean you matter to someone, even if it is negative attention, or is it just a toxic thinking?
What do you think about that?
Sorry.
I don't take judgment as a negative thing, because at least it's a suggestion. Then first I think it and I consider it, and I decided basically if it is wrong, and then I don't apply it to my job.
You don't think about it.
But if something comes to my mind, I will also continue. But maybe you can continue.
What do you think?
Hey, bro.
Bruh. You have to say bruh.
I know. But of
Who's
course.
the co-host? He or you? Come on, bro.
Judgment, of course, isn't always negative. But I guess it could matter. It could mean that person that is judging you does mean something to you. It doesn't necessarily mean
Or maybe
necessarily
you
mean
mean
that's a positive or a negative.
More like you mean something to them.
Exactly.
If they're judging.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like you mean something to them. It could be negative, it could be positive, but the judgment comes from somewhere, right?
Yeah. But I also think it's a very thin line between that and the toxic thinking part, because at least from, I can't say personal experience because I have not personally experienced it, but
go ahead.
I've been close to it, I think. But you can get obsessive, narcissistic over that, in the sense that if you're someone who puts a positive spin on things, right?
Okay.
And people are constantly judging you or something, it can develop into a mindset where you're like, oh, okay, so like I'm somebody important that, all of these people, like I mean something to all of these people, hence they are, in a bad way, in a bad way. How do I put this in words?
Yeah, you kind of lose it.
Yeah.
So are you saying that you are important for them, and that is why they are judging you?
Yeah, you think in that way.
Yeah, okay.
It's
So like you're letting it get
for
to your
for
head.
example, I'll tell you with an example. Let's say you're talking to someone that you fancy,
Okay.
all right, and they are judging you. Right? Now, in your delusional mind, you might be like, okay, so that means I mean something to them.
Right.
And that means that there's a future with whatever's happening here. Whereas from that person's perspective, it's just, they are just criticizing you for whatever it is that you did. It could have been that you did a bad thing or you did something wrong. And they're just judging you based on that.
Right.
But then you think, oh, okay, like, you're correcting me because you care about me, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, can I be honest? I've never gone that way.
Neither have I, but I can
never thought
imagine,
about it like that.
I can imagine a scenario in that sense.
Yeah, when somebody judges me, I go the same process that Kadir does, right?
Yeah.
I take the criticism, I take the judgment,
Yeah.
I think about it. Is it constructive? No. Is it toxic? Then I act accordingly. Right?
No, so do I. But I'm just
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in the shoes of someone who might think like that, and I'm just imagining that maybe that's how they interpret judgment in that sense, which is not healthy.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure. I can see how that could be toxic.
Also, I guess over judgment is also a bad thing. It directs to like maybe depression. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
extremes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And but of course, it does also, not to say that when someone judges you, you don't mean anything to them, because especially when it comes to family,
Oh.
oh boy, do they judge.
Oh yeah.
But that's because they care about you, and yeah, it's even with different, like other people, judgment. I don't
It
like
comes from somewhere,
I don't
right?
like
That's
putting
like the main point.
Yeah, but I don't like calling it judgment because it has a negative connotation to it.
Sometimes it does though.
No, it is judgment, but I think another word for it could be observation. Like they observe you in that sense.
Excuse me.
And provide feedback because they care about you, which is technically judgment. But again, as I said, judgment has like a very negative connotation to it. So, yeah.
People can take it to the extremes, even friends and family.
Oh no, yeah, of
Right,
course. But I'm in a healthy environment, let's assume. So yeah, but it is a very thin line between those two sides. But yeah, have you or have any of us been in situations where you felt lonelier with people than you did when you were actually alone?
So when if you are with people who really cares you, you don't feel alone. But if you are people who don't care you, then you might feel alone when you are really alone.
Yeah.
So obviously, I have been these kind of things. Basically, when I moved here, Finland, because basically I left from my whole family or my whole friends, and I just created my own world, basically, like you. I don't know about you, but at least it is for me like that. But it happened to me, especially the first days of the school, the university.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I was trying to engage with new people, and it was really hard for me.
All of us, to be honest. Yeah. Fair, Nick.
Yeah, we just met by chance, us two. What was it?
Have we said
it
it
was-
before on the pod?
No, we haven't said it on the podcast. I don't think so. But we told you this. But we met in the first physics lecture. I just sat right next to him, and there you go. The rest is history.
Yeah, we were. The funny thing is, so yeah, I mean, he sat next to me in physics lecture, and I was minding my business, and I don't know, you just struck up a conversation
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and then we both realized. So his parents abandoned him on, was it that day or was it
I
like the
think
day
so.
before?
No, it was that day.
Okay, on that day they left, which is ironic because your dad is here now. But you know, they left, and my parents left 2 days before that. So we both were bonding on our mutual abandonnedness, and yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
You know, I've told Nick this, but I don't remember when was the first time I met you or we met you or what is it?
Oh, yeah, we did.
I also don't remember, but
I only remember that at least we both got kind of better acquainted with each other during Finnish class.
yeah.
That was like our first
Oh, I finished
actual,
too, yeah.
yeah.
actual conversation, interaction and stuff.
Yeah. Also, it's the same with also Nick. We met also in the
We also-
Finnish
we
one.
also, yeah, we also had Finnish
yeah.
for Finnish 1, not for Finnish 2 at least. But we had the same class, same teacher. Maybe
No,
there.
you know-
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, you have finished 2 next semester, but I have finished 3 and finished 4, and
Yeah, good luck with that. Well, I say
we
that, but
might,
I'm
we
doing
might,
Chinese right now.
but
so you know.
we might meet some potential new guests, future guests from Finnish. So because that class has a way of bringing people together, it looks like. But yeah, situations where you've been lonelier with people than without people.
Yes, for sure. Definitely had those situations.
Care to
For
talk
me,
about one of them?
yeah, I won't go
Jesus,
too.
bro.
I'll
There you
bet.
go. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll just zip it up so it just
Yeah.
stay in place. I won't go too much into detail, but there. But
Yeah.
In the past, at least, I was very distant. So even if I did surround myself with people that cared about me, I didn't feel
Yeah,
it.
we covered a little bit of your
Right.
distanceness last
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
I didn't feel it. So I guess as time went on, I guess I grew more comfortable with the loneliness. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing yet. I'm still figuring that out, honestly.
We will discuss that next, like
yeah, but like
as the-
now.
Yeah,
probably,
yeah.
After this.
Yeah.
But that's all I'll say for now.
Okay.
That's all I'll say for now.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I'm sure I felt it in like the past and all that, but like recent examples, as you said, were in the beginning of uni last year, and a lot of last year in the sense that I tried socializing a lot.
I remember that.
And yeah, it's just
Failure.
not failure.
Not failure,
but
sorry. I mean,
it's
it
kinda
sounds so
like
negative. I'm sorry.
No, self-inflicted failure in a sense.
Why? What?
No, in the sense that, like, how do I put it? Conversations or interactions that I would be satisfied with now, I was not satisfied with last year. Like if the same interaction happened this time, I would be happy that the interaction happened. But then last year, when that interaction happened, I would be like, I could have done this different, I could have done that different, so much more could have been gained.
Like
from
you
said-
wanted more out of it.
Yeah, wanted more
Got
out of
it.
that interaction. Like,
I get that.
a nice example of it was last year's excursion, which we have now in a few days.
I won't go.
Actually, day after tomorrow,
That's
neither
too-
of you are joining.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm not.
I'll be going on the excursion again.
My bad.
So I'll give a part 2 update.
Second attempt.
Second attempt.
Maybe you
But-
can make a vlog.
Maybe, I could
actually,
try it. Yeah,
You could try. Why not?
a Nicholas vlog. But yeah.
No, not me. Not me.
Yeah, but last year's don't get me wrong, I had a lot of fun in last year's which is why I'm going this year as well. Because I mean, let's be honest, we don't really care about the company visits. but last year though, because that was like the major socializing thing that I at least went to in that year, where everybody was there, like, you know, seniors, your peers, and all of that. And yeah, I guess I went in with expectations of like becoming better friends with some people. When it just ended out to be, I did become, because that's the thing, you know, like life makes so much sense in reverse. Because the bonds I made there did turn out to become better friends, but down the line.
Right.
Like the semester after that, that's when the effects started coming in. But in the moment, it felt like a failure in the sense that there was no real growth.
Right.
In that. But yeah. But I find that interesting though, where you can feel lonelier with people versus when you're alone, and it really depends on like the people you're with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and your expectations, I guess.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, you know, that's what I got from your experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, boy, take it away.
No problemo. So point two. Point two. What even is loneliness? So the dictionary definition of loneliness is basically sadness because one has no friends or company. Seems pretty simple, but is it really so straightforward? With the first discussion prompt being, is loneliness just about being physically alone, or is it more about a feeling or feeling disconnected even when you're surrounded by people? It's pretty similar to last question, but yeah.
Yeah. So, given your answer of last question, do you think loneliness is just about being physically alone, or is it more, as Nick said, like feeling disconnected
More of a
even
feeling.
when you are surrounded with people?
I guess loneliness is at least for me, loneliness is a more a feeling. I mean, emotional thing, because it affects your psychology, and I know that many of the diseases became these kind of things. I mean, most of them are because of the loneliness.
Yeah, we will actually.
We'll talk about it next.
Next
Yeah,
point.
the next
Next
point,
point will be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it directly affects your psychology, and most probably at the end of the road you might be in depression. I mean, I hope I don't. I don't, but at least so far I am good.
Yeah.
But
You'll be fine.
I think also, again, another point that we'll be discussing later on, but it also depends on the level of loneliness that you have.
yeah,
But
Also-
also put a measurement on it. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, no problem. I guess it's not a topic of this point, but I mean, let's say when you are watching series or I mean some YouTube videos,
Yeah.
do you feel alone still?
If I'm watching a horror movie.
Okay.
But no, simple answer is no.
No, at least for me, I don't feel also alone because I feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of using I don't know chemical, I'm sorry, medical things.
Yeah.
I mean, doing
Heroin.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
doing sport or watching few comedy series. I guess it's
The
it's a
dopamine
good
hits.
yeah.
Social media works. No.
Yeah.
Please don't doom scroll. Yeah, I've been down that road. No.
Yeah.
No.
He's a survivor.
Comedy shows better. Take that alternative. That sounds much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, by doing that, I'm deleting all of these things
Yeah.
from my mind.
That's good. Yeah. I think it's kind of similar for us apart from like obviously comedy series and doom scrolling and all of that.
We deal it with our own way. Let's just. put it
Yeah,
that
but
way.
I mean, as we said, was it last episode where,
No, it's probably another one.
no, about this podcast being
Oh,
like that space where we can get away from everything else as well. I think it was last
that was last episode.
Yeah. I mean, just touching on your point of like, you know, not thinking about anything else when you're being
This
alone.
is kind of the opposite now because we're diving into it.
Yeah. So that's why this episode is going to be interesting because we're
Got
just
it.
self-reflecting on our own behavior.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Probably I moved out of the topic, but
Oh, it's
yeah,
fine, it's fine.
Bro, you watched the Anton episode, right?
Yeah.
Brother,
We went on a whole hour tangent about parenting.
on parenthood.
So don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't
and if you
worry.
want to go on a tangent, please. I enjoyed that parenthood discussion so much. You didn't, but
No, I enjoyed it. It just came out of completely out of nowhere.
yeah. But yeah, you. What do you think? It's. I mean, obviously, I know.
No,
Yeah.
that's I don't know what else.
But like, elaborate more on it. He's at a loss for words.
I'm at
Okay,
lots
cool.
of words. Yeah, I really don't know what else. It really is just a feeling.
Yeah.
Like we said, you could be physically, you could be surrounded by other people, but as well feel lonely, either because of your behavior or because of what your expectations were. There probably could be more other reasons, but I can't think of any right now, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell this as a part of context for the next point.
Sure.
But touching on your point of like it being psychological, in that sense of like psychological diseases and such. There's this channel called Kirkazatz. I don't know how you pronounce it.
That sounds about right. Honestly, I don't know.
It's a
either.
German word. Do you know it?
No.
That's
Oh, it's an amazing channel, bro.
I'll
It's
show you. They're really nice.
like a
They're
lot of
super
educational
cool.
stuff on like physics and whatever and
And
psychology.
They made a
and-
lot of videos about anxiety, loneliness.
Yeah. So in their video about loneliness, they were talking about the history behind that psychological
Maybe it's
impact that
another-
it has. And it was basically that when, like, how many ever years ago, when we were hunter-gatherers and we had tribes, loneliness basically was death because you couldn't protect yourself from the forces of nature. And you had to be together
In order to survive.
in order to survive.
Yeah.
So that kind of evolved into that feeling of when you're lonely, like when you're in the depths of loneliness, it really, really hurts you more sometimes than physical pain. Because we as humans, like as social creatures, we do need some level of interaction as
Yeah.
well. So I found that interesting. But another point of, feeling disconnected even when you're surrounded by people. I guess like just tying back to like last point, it really depends on that connection you can form with other people, and also your expectations about said connections. Because in that sense of you're in a group of people, and if you, for me personally, that is, when I manage my expectations, I find myself enjoying the company of pretty much anyone, pretty fine. And yes, like I mean, after a certain point, I just want to go home, and I'm like, dude, like, frick this, but like for that time being, it's nice. It's not bad. But yeah, I personally also like do prefer just being by myself than in social environments all the time. Because I feel like you get a lot of work done when you're just alone.
Yeah.
And like, even like mentally or physically or like academically or whatever it is, you do get a lot of time, or rather time feels longer for you to get stuff done.
Nah.
Nah? Talk to us about
At
it.
least
What do you think?
recently at least recently. Nah.
Well, that's because you're in dump. That's why.
Nah.
Okay, for context, for
Look
you
at the
and
from me.
the audience, this man has been procrastinating his ass off for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, it's been bad.
Yeah.
It's been really bad.
Yeah, so that's why he's a bit down, and low energy, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, but that also does highlight a good point of, again, having that balance of
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
you do need other people to keep you accountable in certain things, but then at the same time, if you're responsible enough, nudge, nudge.
Hey, come on.
If you're
I'm still doing all the necessities at least. I'm doing my homework.
bare necessities. Anyway, if you're responsible enough, you can also get a lot of stuff done. But also, again, it also depends on how you're wired, because we are talking about this from a introvert's point of view. I'm pretty sure an extrovert would have pretty much the flip.
Or not. We don't know.
We don't know.
We're not
But-
psychologists.
Yeah, but they could have a very different answer. So, but yeah, can you be alone without being lonely, and can you be lonely without being alone? I think we partially answered this, but
That talk
let's
about being
do
comfortable
let's
with
do
loneliness, yeah.
the first one. Can you be alone without being lonely?
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So, as you said, we already answered, but I mean, just for now, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, is it a good example or not? But
Yeah.
when you're in a class, you are surrounded by people,
Yeah.
even if you don't know them, but at least there are a few classmates near to you. But at the end of the class, you will be going home, and they will be going home. Then obviously you will be alone at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
So obviously you can be alone without being lonely.
Yes. And can you be lonely without being alone? And
I mean, it is the vice
Yes,
versa,
yeah.
so it is also correct, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think?
Nick.
Yes,
I mean,
both.
like, yes,
yes, of
yes,
course, right? If I
yes,
could
yes.
elaborate on that.
Yeah.
I guess I could elaborate a bit more. Am I being comfortable being lonely? I don't know how far deep I need to go.
Or rather, let's take it this way.
Uh-huh.
Try defining or try differentiating what being alone means and what being lonely means.
I guess alone is mostly like a physical situation, and lonely is an emotional thing.
Yeah. That's a good that's a good starting point. You have something to build upon that?
I'm just thinking, when does it happen though? When does that line get crossed? Or is there even a line? Maybe it's more like a...
There is a line, but I don't think it needs to be.
It's like a gray
identified.
area.
Because I mean, usually, like by the time you realize you're lonely, you're lonely.
Right?
Like it's not like you can predict your loneliness. At least I have not come across anybody.
This is where we need a psychologist or a therapist to some point.
That's why I'm telling you, get your sister on the freaking podcast. But bro, for context, his sister is a psychology student, so
She probably has better insight than all of us combined. But we'll still try our best. It doesn't
So
matter. Stop. Okay, I get it.
Please,
I get it.
Elena, if you're watching, come on the pod.
Damn, you didn't have to call her out like that either.
My bad. I'm too hyper today. I don't know why. I have a lot of energy. My apologies.
It's the evening. What the fuck?
I had a good day, bro.
All right.
Anyway,
But I guess the first thing, can you be alone without being lonely, is an unwanted situation. But the second thing is, can you be lonely without being alone, is, I mean, a preference. Or am I wrong?
I think it's the other way around.
No, but can you...
Like being alone but not feeling lonely.
There's a preference.
It's a preference.
Yeah.
But then being lonely while you're surrounded with people is not exact. At least for us, we wouldn't prefer that.
No, I mean, you can be alone without being lonely.
Yeah.
This is an unwanted situation, I guess.
Why? Why would it be
Alone without being...
I mean,
like
because maybe you don't find friends.
no, but you're still comfortable in, because if you're comfortable being alone, you're not lonely. But if you're uncomfortable being alone, that's when you're lonely.
Okay, I understood you, but
Yeah.
okay, anyway.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're lonely while being surrounded with people, that means that's even more of a reason that you don't have friends. Because you don't feel that companionship with anybody that's around you.
Am I wrong? If you are alone, you will end up being lonely.
Yes. Yeah, eventually.
But if you are not lonely, at least you aren't feeling lonely, and if you are alone,
No,
then-
but I mean, this is not. We're not talking about it in the sense of like a permanent situation.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
In the sense of, like, take your current life, right? Where, like, do you prefer being alone? Because, like, from what we have understood of you, I hope I'm speaking for you. So here, what we have understood about you so far is that you're fine, like, being by yourself. You don't feel
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
uncomfortable being by yourself.
Mhm.
So, is that more preferable, or when you're in the midst of a lot of people, or like just people, and you're still uncomfortable and
No,
feeling?
the first one. But
Yeah.
I'm not talking about at least myself. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, you can be alone without being lonely. Means it can be. I mean, yeah. As I said, at least I'm thinking about it's an unwanted situation.
So,
But it's a permanent thing.
okay. So if
Is
you're
it a
just,
correct
so
word?
you might be alone and you're comfortable being alone, but you're just alone.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that unwanted? Is what you're asking, or that is unwanted? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think? Because I mean, I can say, but
You go first. I'm still forming my ideas.
okay. Um. I think putting myself in that person's shoes is, because as I said, eventually you will be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking about it with my experience of the homeschooling thing. Like initially, when I got into homeschooling that first year, I was like, "This is the best invention that mankind has ever made." Are you kidding me? The usefulness of school without the daily exhaustion
Of going.
of going and, like, you know, social interaction and all of that. But then as the months went by and I didn't have that, you know,
Companionship.
and that, what do you say, interactions, it started hitting me a bit harder, and then I became lonely through that. So in that sense, yes, it is an unwanted situation. But the thing is, you don't know that it's unwanted when you're alone. You know it's unwanted after you've become lonely. So I think that's how I would see it.
Yeah, like in a controlled time frame. It's more of a preference, right? Because then you can just go back to the more social
Yeah.
part or more social aspect of your life when you need to
Yeah.
or when you want to as well.
Like, for example, in our current lives, like, we are completely fine with being alone for like maybe a week or whatever, if we're just doing our own things. But then, in contrast, at least me personally, I'm not really looking forward to Christmas vacations because freaking everybody's leaving and I'm the only one staying. And I'm like, what am I going to do with myself for 3 weeks, you know? So in that sense, yeah, that is being alone in that situation is unwanted.
So it depends on the
But
context.
it
then,
depends
right?
on the context,
It depends
yeah.
more on the context. It's not, yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on the context
Yeah.
for sure.
I was talking about being lonely and you are in alone, but you are alone. I mean, someone forced to
Force you to be alone, okay.
I thought at least like that.
Well, yeah,
Because
of
you
course.
have to be alone.
Well, yeah, okay, no, of course, that is unwanted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that case, yeah. So it's
Yeah,
like
but
similar to Kevin's situation for
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
he didn't want that, right? So of course he's gonna feel
Yeah.
loneliness in
Yeah, I should
scenario.
I should have specified this.
No, it's fine. And that also comes because of the expectation that you have to spend Christmas with people surrounding you.
It's not expected. I want to, bro.
And wants, of course.
Anyway,
My bad.
it's not only you, like other people.
I know.
But anyway, whatever. People have families apparently. Anyway, yeah, okay, so this is what I was asking of, what is the difference between loneliness and solitude? Is one just the sad version of the other, or are they fundamentally different experiences? So in this case, is loneliness the sad version of solitude, or do they have different definitions?
I guess solitude is a more like a preference, and
Mm.
at least for me,
Well, for introverts, yeah.
yeah, at least for me, and loneliness is a more like an emotional thing, as I said, and when you are being solitude,
Mm.
I mean, when you are alone,
Yeah.
you can. I mean, I prefer being solitude
Yeah,
person. I don't know, but so solitude can bring something to you.
Mm.
At least it might refresh your mind, or you can focus your work much more easily. But loneliness may bring you, I mean, negative things like psychological diseases,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
depression. I guess they are different things.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was researching because the idea came from something in chemistry, but I
Yeah.
forgot the words for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was gonna say, not well, what was I gonna say? Not fucking heck, I lost my train of thought. Solitude.
Loneliness. Yeah.
Solitude. Yeah, god damn it.
Let's pick your phone up again. You get it.
No, I have the idea in my mind.
Okay.
I have like a Venn diagram in my brain.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say what?
Well,
It
try
was
explaining or describing. that.
loneliness
Mm.
can be solitude, but not all solitude is loneliness. There you go.
Ah,
So like you think about the Venn diagram, you have
Yeah.
like a you
Yeah.
have like solitude is the bigger circle, loneliness is like the smaller one inside of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but because we just discussed you can be lonely while you're also with people. So in a way, it's
Then
not.
just stick out the loneliness
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
just a bit out of
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
That is a part of
the solitude
small
circle.
part of
Yeah,
loneliness that
exactly.
You can be outside of solitude. But yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I would say, yeah. In a way, I guess loneliness is basically the sad version of solitude. In a way,
Right, but it's also
it's,
like a different
it's when you're
experience too.
when
no?
you're sad in solitude, it's loneliness. I guess
Mhm.
in a kind of weird way. But then they can also have like fundamentally different definitions because, as we said, you can be lonely when you're with people as well. So I think it's more as touching on what Kadir said previously. Solitude is more of a physical thing that you can either prefer or not, depending on how you're built. But loneliness is, I guess, a solitude of the soul, maybe, in a sense.
Yeah, sure. Let's put it like that.
In a sense,
Yeah.
because I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're with people or you're alone. You just
It depends
you
on the context,
feel
your
lonely.
experience,
Yeah.
your expectations. Context matters.
So I think that
Context
it's like
always matters.
yeah.
But at the same time, solitude may be a lifestyle.
True. Yeah.
True,
for sure.
yeah. Like
sure.
monks and people like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hermits and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, I don't know if you guys saw this, but a while ago, there was this article about well, not article, but do you know what puberty is?
Puberty?
Not puberty, puberty. The account, puberty.
No.
Okay, there's this Instagram account called Puberty.
I'm gonna search it up right now.
Pubity, which gives like news and stuff like that. It's a news account basically.
Puberty like this?
Not no, B-I-T-Y.
P-I-T-Y.
Yeah. Right, there you go. Yeah, so they give news and stuff. And one of the articles they said was, there was apparently this monk who lived his entire life without ever seeing a woman. And I was like, yo. I was like, damn. I mean, how do you think? Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't know what he's missing out on because he's never seen a woman. But like, from your perspective, this is a tangent, but who cares? From your perspective, I mean, do you feel sorry for the guy? 'Cause-
No! That was his decision. He reaps what he sows, you know?
It was not his decision. He was orphaned at a freaking.
Oh, okay.
He's not seen his own mother, bro. I'm like, he's not seen a woman his entire life. So like he was abandoned as a baby at like a temple in Tibet or something. And yeah, he's been raised by monks his entire life.
Never mind.
And he died by never seeing a woman.
Okay, that's a bit more complicated.
What do you think? Do you feel sorry for the dude? I mean, obviously it doesn't matter anymore, but
Yeah,
Right.
but obviously, I feel sorry about it.
because women are pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't it at the same time it is his preference? I know he was born in a cave, or am I wrong?
No, he was born normally, but his mom abandoned him at at a temple or whatever.
Tibetan temple?
Maybe in Tibet, somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Like what I'm saying is, of course, he doesn't know what he's missing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's never seen a woman.
I mean,
So
like,
of course it's not about being a preference or not. It's just that's his life.
that was just his
Yeah.
life, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But for us, like outside looking in, I don't know. It's a meaningless tangent, but whatever. I thought it was interesting.
I mean, if he lived a happy life, good for him.
I would say, in a way, it's more peaceful as well. Because I say women are great, but at the same time,
Oh God.
like I'm just imagining if I lived my life without ever seeing or meeting women, it would be quite a peaceful life. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a less interesting life in a sense, but then also a much more peaceful life. I don't know.
That's
I don't
him.
know.
That's him. Yeah, that's his
just-
answer. That's his answer.
That's just my
That's him. That's him.
unhingedness
That's
coming
him.
out. So don't mind me. All the women in my life, mom, friends, I love y'all. Okay, that doesn't. There is no connotation behind whatever I said. So yeah. But knowing women, yeah.
No. That's his answer.
Ed,
That's his
Ed,
answer.
yeah.
That's his answer.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah. That's your point.
Right. Point 3. Now we're going into the health aspect of this. So
The what?
the health aspect.
Oh, health. I did
Yeah.
not hear that.
That one dude in the comments who wanted statistics, this is pseudo statistics. Not exactly numbers, but Anyway, all right, here's where it gets real. So, research has linked social isolation and loneliness to some genuinely scary stuff, which is like high blood pressure, heart diseases, obesity, weakened immune systems. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Anxiety, depression, cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, and even death. So, very serious stuff. So, loneliness can literally kill you in a sense. So, the first prompt being, does knowing the science behind it now change how you think about loneliness? Does it make it feel more urgent and more serious?
Yes. Apparently, as a not that much social person, I always think about it,
Yeah.
and I even read something about it. But as I said, this loneliness or being alone directly affects your psychology, and it might end up with something like these
Yeah.
diseases. And actually, psychology is a bit scary thing for me. Because it's not visible, but its reflections are visible. So,
As
how
an engineer, I can see the scariness in that. Yeah.
yeah. So how can you even solve the problem in psychology? I have no
Therapists.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, and by thinking about it, I'm being more depressed. And
It's a cycle. It's
Yeah.
a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And-
sorry.
yeah, as I said, psychology is really scary thing for me at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You might
I
have
don't
some,
know.
like a little bit more insight into this because, as you said, sister, she might
Yeah.
share some stuff with you that you might remember.
I need to read more about it, honestly. But right now, I don't really have an answer for this question. Does knowing the science change?
I mean, for you
or-
personally, does it make it more serious and more urgent? Like, were you like, damn, okay?
No.
I'm not talking about right now, like when you got to know loneliness causes such things.
No.
No?
No. The mind and the body is connected, you know?
He's a peculiar specimen sometimes.
Right?
But yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think so. At least.
All right.
I don't think so. At least, yeah.
Yeah, for me it did. For me, when I got to know, it was not now, obviously, because I knew this for a while. I'm sure you also knew this for a while. But when I did find out that like it is linked to like say cognitive decline and depression, I mean things like anxiety and depression make sense, but like cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, weakened immune system, and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, wow. So. Yeah, when I came to know about that fact, I was like, okay, maybe at least that was my starting point into discovering why social interaction is important for me personally. And like, starting to think about social interaction and like getting more, trying to be more social a little bit in that sense. No more thoughts? Okay.
No.
Yeah, or you can read this question actually.
I'm glad you shared it with us. If loneliness is dangerous, why do we still treat it like something people should just get over? Why is there so much shame around admitting you're lonely? That's a great question. I don't know.
Actually, when I read this question first, yeah, it might be true for most of the people, but for me, I can admit I'm a bit lonely people, a lonely person.
Yeah.
But I didn't think the other side. I mean, why do we still?
Like, why is it still looked down
Yeah,
upon?
yeah. Actually, I don't know. Why? Maybe
I think it's more of a, because as you said, psychology is scary. It's something that we don't fully understand, and as we know as humans, we are afraid of things we don't understand. So in that sense, loneliness is also something that we don't fully understand and like have control over. So in that sense, we as a society kind of, I think it was born out of good intention in the sense of trying to prevent loneliness. Like if society has this stigma about something, then it will be prevented, because obviously everyone's pressuring you to not go into that. But the thing with loneliness is everybody goes through loneliness regardless of who you are and at different times of life. And it's not something that you can prevent, but it's something you can manage. And I think society has not really, now it has a little bit, but
it's definitely improved a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely improved a lot, but it's still to a degree kind of looks down upon loneliness as a taboo almost, in an effort to prevent it further. Like, trying to, because if you're thinking it from a logical sense, if you tell your children something is bad, they will try to, unless they're the explorative, adventurous type, they will most likely,
Or children.
they will most likely avoid said bad thing. So if you say loneliness is bad, what's supposed to happen according to society is they just avoid loneliness. Problem is, no one avoids loneliness. So when loneliness comes, the child is like, okay, loneliness is bad and I have loneliness, that means I am bad, or like I'm in a bad situation. And then that just puts you deeper and deeper and deeper into loneliness. So that just creates a cycle. So I think it's an interesting.
I feel like it's like more complicated than that.
I simplified a lot of stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I just simplified a lot of because it would take forever.
No, yeah, because I was thinking about like societal expectations and people that feel lonely and normally are separated from society, and that's a whole other issue, right? And getting back into society is also another whole struggle, right? Because it also depends on what values you both value.
Context.
Exactly. Context matters. That's my final answer. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that, um, with each topic that we go through and we do research on, I find interesting how real society's impact in the abstract world is. Like, I mean, we see a lot of, like, obviously the physical effects of society.
But
But
the
then
psychological too.
the
it's-
psychological as well is very real
Yeah.
there as well, and like more than we
Now
would
that's
think.
scary.
That is scary.
Now that is scary.
Yeah.
Because we can't see it, right? And everybody's going through it in some way or shape or form.
Yeah, and what's worse is nobody admits it. Nobody admits it to themselves or to others. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a dangerous cycle to be part of. But anyway,
But even if it is a short-term loneliness,
Mm.
do you still scared of it?
Do you
No.
want to answer this first?
Yeah, sure. I can answer. If it's short term, well, depends. Context again. Fucking heck. I feel like I feel like that's gonna be the new motto of this
Context
whole,
matters.
not just episode, this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Context matters,
Of course.
of course, but depends on the situation.
Stop banging the table, bro. Look at those audio spikes, brother. Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, I guess I'm also very energetic, even though it is evening. I did eat a very delicious dinner today.
Oh, okay. Your dad's
So that's
spoiling
probably
you.
why. Yeah, my dad is spoiling me.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you were saying.
But of course, it depends on the context. But if it's short term, even then,
Hmm.
I'm assuming that you found a way out of it, anyways.
Mm.
So, though it can be bad, I don't think it's as bad as long term.
Yeah. I think it's two perspectives. It's one when you're in it, and two when you're outside of it. Because, like, okay, the loneliness I've faced, I would say short term, because it was like 3 or 4 years, and I think that's short. I don't think that's a.
Well, I guess in the context
I
of
mean,
your whole life.
25% of your whole life so
Yeah.
far, so it's
Yeah,
a bit.
exactly.
Oh boy! Yeah, but anyway, but the thing is,
I mean, if we break it down to the seconds, it's like.
yeah, whatever. I think it's short, but
No, it's fine.
Um,
Yeah.
when I was going through it, it was bad. Obviously, I did not feel great. But then now that I'm out of it, and then now that I have the luxury and privilege to reflect upon it, and the opportunity to reflect upon it, my view on, actually, I'm just going to give my answer on, like, the question is loneliness good or bad. In my view, of course, it depends, as Nick said, context matters, and we will touch this in a future point. It depends on the level of loneliness, but then for the level of loneliness I've gone through, I would say loneliness is good, because it taught me a lot of things. It taught me to deal with a lot of things,
Mm.
and it taught me how to, it just taught me a lot about myself and how I think. But that doesn't mean that it's not scary. It definitely was very scary, and going through that whole experience as well was scary. So, but then that's also another point of, like, how if something is scary, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, exactly.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
Context matters.
Yeah. You know what? I'll make this episode a reminder. When we come out with merch drops, one of the lines is going to be context matters. Yeah. Anyway. Wait, did that answer? Well,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, okay, cool. Moving on. Right, so this is something more specific for you, Kadir. Have you ever experienced any physical symptoms that you later realized were connected to feeling isolated or lonely? Something that you've seen,
Physically,
that's manifested.
I mean, I can say that one. So as I said, I'm not that much social person, and this loneliness bring something to me that your social intelligence decrease when you don't have that much social interaction with other people. So it might be really it might be really small example, but when even if you, so for example, I saw you in the road and you tell me hi Kadir, and just in a minute I didn't reply.
Panic.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh.
Yeah, it might be physical symptoms, or that is what I experienced from my side.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least so far, it's all about it. But yeah, less social interaction makes social intelligence decreased. Yeah.
Increase.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything in terms of like hygiene or such things like that?
I guess no.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have. Care to explain?
Bro, you're just throwing me under the bus this whole episode. You're asking me why I'm banging the table and.
Well, I mean, it's a fact though. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I mean, we both have good. Because the thing is, you don't open up voluntarily. Someone has to push you to do it. So I'm trying to give that to you.
Damn,
So
man.
yeah, because you have interesting insights into this, and I want it to be captured. So, but yeah, well, apart from also
But that doesn't,
hygiene.
at least for me, that one doesn't come from loneliness. That's from more procrastination than loneliness.
No, but I would say it would tie in because you were not having that much interaction with people. You were not having people over to your house. You were not doing anything. So it kind of made your mind think that it's okay to leave things like that.
No, I procrastinated doing that stuff. And then
Because
of that stuff,
No.
I wasn't inviting other people over.
No, I think it was you were procrastinating it because you were not like because it was during exam time, right? So we were not doing. I mean, I say we. I mean, like you and the group. Of
Yeah,
your
exactly. Because
people.
it was an exam time, I was procrastinating that other stuff.
Plus, you were not having social things during that time. Like you were not doing study groups
I was
or
still
whatever.
doing volleyball and other stuff.
Bro, volleyball is different. I'm talking about having people over at your. Okay, fine.
That counts as social
Whatever,
interaction.
whatever.
I'm just telling you, at least for me, that doesn't come from loneliness. It's more from procrastination.
Okay.
It's more from procrastination.
Any other manifestations that you have noticed in your life
At least
from loneliness?
I'm trying to think, but no, I can't think of anything obvious, at least.
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
No.
For me, I used to look very tired. I think I still do look tired most times. I don't know why. but yeah, but I mean, at least it started when I was lonely. That like my eyes would droop a bit and stuff like that. And then of course hygiene, bodily at least, I was not taking good care of my body when I was lonely. The only reason I'm alive is because while I was going lonely is my parents were there, so they would force my body to be in good shape. So thank you, parents. But yeah, apart from that, well, I guess I mean I'm kind of in the same boat as you in the sense that I keep my room very clean, but my kitchen, ooh.
Oh, the kitchen I clean all the time. I cannot leave dirty. That's no.
It's cause of my roommate, bro. I'm telling. Okay. I will not elaborate
Sorry,
on my
roommate.
situation, but wait, I do procrastinate. But for me, in my sense, I procrastinate because I wouldn't say I'm lonely, but then because of that lack of social interaction, like I mean, not having anything social coming up, I procrastinate. You know, like washing dishes maybe, or like vacuuming the place. Like for example, I procrastinated washing dishes for like the last 2 or 3 days. But then now tomorrow I have someone coming over. I told you about it. I have our Finnish friend coming over to my place tomorrow in the afternoon. So that motivated me today to clean up the place a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, any other thoughts?
No, I'm just still trying to think of it.
Everybody good?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
physical symptoms, but I just can't.
Maybe because I grew too comfortable with loneliness and it just became my default. I don't know. Maybe.
Uh-huh. Okay. Is there a difference between short-term loneliness, example like after a breakup, which I guess not.
Well, it depends on the
we-
person. Honestly.
Like we three don't know much about.
Oh yeah, and that.
And,
We have very fruitful love lives.
Between short-term loneliness like a breakup and chronic loneliness, does one do more damage than the other?
I guess in chronical,
Yeah.
in chronical damage,
Loneliness.
in chronic loneliness,
Mm.
you have been already adapted to being lonely.
What is?
But in short-term loneliness,
Search it up.
maybe you still haven't adapted to being lonely. Maybe, at least in my opinion, short-term loneliness may damage to your body or psychology more than
Okay.
the chronicle.
I think, yeah.
But obviously, in long-term, chronic loneliness will damage.
Yeah. I think it's also it depends on the intensity of the loneliness. Like in terms of, like because if you're talking short-term loneliness, you're in it, but then you're out of it also at like a quick, well, relatively quick time. But then of course, if it was like if you see a graph, like if it was like this, then yeah, that's bad. But then if it was like this, it's not that bad. But then the thing with chronic loneliness, yes, you've kind of adapted to it, but then I think it also, especially with a lot of things in psychology, there's that kind of like compounding effect. Where like you know, it just keeps damaging you, even if you're kind of adapted to it. It's still like damages. Sorry, damages you in that sense. Yeah, mind sharing your results?
No, I was just gonna say because I just wanted to double check the meaning of chronic loneliness. And yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about intensity or anything like that. It mostly talks about what Kevin just said. A prolonged feeling of loneliness, doesn't matter the intensity, can cause risks that we mentioned above, heart disease, etc., etc.
But what do you think? Do you think short-term loneliness or long-term loneliness does more damage?
I mean, like, you guys both answered the question.
What do you think,
But
brother?
I'm going to try to go in a different direction. Which one
Okay.
feels worse?
Feels worse. Okay.
Which one feels worse? Context matters. God, fuck me.
You know what? Okay, we'll no to get rid to get rid of this context matters problem. Just give an example.
Give an
and we'll
example.
stick to that example and give our answers in that
Because,
context.
okay,
Obviously,
I'll
we
just
can't-
go with
we
this
can't-
direction.
We can't go with a breakup because we don't have experience with that. But something else.
Damn, alright, that's where I was. I was going to use that as an example.
If you're comfortable using that as an example, sure. If you think you
I was just
know
gonna-
what it goes.
I'm just going to say in general, so if it's, let's say it's a long-term relationship that you just broke up with 2 years, maybe 3 years, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just a long-term one, right? It could be short-term, it could be long-term. Let's say it was short-term. But that feeling of loneliness would be quite intense at the moment, especially, right? You would have a lot of questions about what you did wrong, about the situation, whatever, right? And in that sense, I feel like short-term loneliness could feel much worse than, or chronic loneliness, at least. And because like we said right before this, chronic loneliness doesn't need to be an intense feeling of loneliness, right? It just has to be a prolonged period of loneliness,
Yeah.
right? So that's probably also why short-term loneliness is much more noticeable than the chronic loneliness as well,
That's a good point. Yeah.
right?
What do you think?
Yeah, as I said, in chronic loneliness, you have already adapted to the situation. So, most probably in short-term loneliness, the effects are much more visible.
Fair. I still think I agree with the point that the effects are more visible in short term than in long term. But then at the end of the day, if I'm thinking which feels worse,
Obviously, chronic loneliness. I mean,
Yeah.
the effects will be much more visible at the end.
Yeah. Like what comes to my mind when I'm thinking of chronic loneliness or stuff like that is like, have you seen those videos of like people showing pictures of someone who unfortunately took their own life and they're like, 9 months before this happened.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
10
Yeah.
or like, 2 weeks before this. And it's like they're just all chill and they're fine and they're happy or they look happy. And I think that's like a case of, chronic loneliness that they've adapted to the situation so they don't show it out as much. But then, of course, I think that's way more
Okay, never
damaging
mind, yeah.
than someone who's down in the dumps.
For a few, yeah, we got you. For a
Like
few
for an
months.
example, like Phenomenon in like
Yeah, never
Dispatch.
mind then, yeah.
After breaking up with Blonde Blazer, there was.
Shut up! No, why
Alright,
did you
you
have to spoil
haven't-
it? I haven't done it.
It's a very minor spoiler, brother.
Nothing.
It's a very
You
minor.
told me you won't spoil anything.
Okay, fine. It's very minor. It barely does anything in the story. Well, the story I
It
played.
better not.
But anyway,
It better not.
I didn't take the Phenomenon route, so I don't know. But whatever. Anyway.
Better not. Never mind. No,
Uh,
I changed my answer. Yeah, probably chronic loneliness is probably feels worse as well. I can't believe I forgot about that other aspect, but I don't know how or why. But yeah, cool. That's my answer. All right, cool. Nothing else to add.
Yeah, point 4, you gotta.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Point number 4: the giver vs the receiver. So a quote a quote that hits different. People like me don't have people. We are the people that people have.
Ooh. Tongue twister. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit of a tongue twister.
Mm.
So, first discussion point is, what does that even mean to you?
Mm.
Are there people who are just naturally
The supporters.
Oh, right, okay. Naturally, the supporters, the ones everyone leans on, but who have no one to lean on themselves?
We all need somebody to lean on. Yeah. What do you
Like the
think?
anime trope. You're gonna save me, but who's gonna
Save
save
you.
you?
Yeah.
At least first thing come to my mind is it is more related to power, I guess. For example, let's say you, at least I can talk myself,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
I trust my father,
Mm.
but to who my father's trust?
Yeah.
Did I?
Like you lean on your dad, but your dad doesn't have anyone to lean
yeah.
on.
He cannot lean on to me because I'm young.
Yes.
Or let's say you are a boss of the one company,
yeah.
and you are a rich man, and I trust you, but to who you are trusting?
Yeah.
I guess it is more related to power, or
It could, yeah.
It could I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
I can see that.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
and
picking more of a sorry.
Yeah,
So I'm picking more of a like job relationship. For example, you leaning on the manager
Yeah,
or the boss,
yeah.
right? But the boss probably
No, but there is, I think, in every case of this, I think there is a power dynamic in that sense.
Probably.
Because I mean, the person, because at least this is the stereotype that the person who is leaning on someone is less stable than the person who is supporting them. Is the stereotype. That's not, I'm not saying that's the case.
context.
No, I think it's irrespective of context. Like, for example,
Irrespective of context. I don't
yeah,
think
no, because I
so.
think, for example, I'm saying like the stereotype. Like, for example,
okay,
like
okay,
if
okay.
I am,
Fine.
if I am leaning on you, right, and that's what the world sees.
In their eyes.
In their eyes,
okay.
you are more stable
Okay, that's
than
just-
I am,
okay.
which is why I am leaning on you.
Okay,
So there's always that power dynamic there. So I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I forgot. So that's-
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe.
Yeah.
my
Oh, but that was still an interesting point. Yeah. Even though I would like to think there is no power dynamic, I guess naturally
yeah.
there is some sort of natural power dynamic.
Yeah, and I mean from personal experience at least, that dynamic like gets to you as well. Like as the supporter, as the supporter, you also feel like you're supposed to have your shit together, or else how will you be able to help said people? Because like, I mean, when I was writing this point, at the time that I found this point, because I wrote it like 2 days ago, but when I found it, which was a few years ago maybe, I was in this situation where I was the therapist friend for everybody. Like, I mean, everyone leans on me, everyone tells me their problems, or like whatever. But then there's not, I mean, I do have people that I can trust, but it's not like, but even if I do have people to trust, I myself did not let myself be open in that sense, to be vulnerable. Because I thought, because so many people are leaning on me, or not so many people, but because people are leaning on me, that means they see me as someone who has who has their shit together. So that means I should be someone who has their shit together, so that I can help them more effectively in that sense.
Yeah.
So it does get to you, but it's not healthy. So
Oh, no.
for all of y'all who are the therapist friends out there,
There's a limit.
there's a limit. I know.
There is a limit.
Yeah, I know how it feels. And one, I will say, you have a very caring heart, and we respect that a lot about you.
We salute you, brother.
We
Or
salute
sister.
you. Or sister, yep, true. But it's not healthy. You need to let it out to somebody or something. Just a means of expression. So, but yeah. What was even the question in the first place? Right, what does that mean to you? So, I mean, I told what that means to me. Did you say what that means to you?
No, I didn't say. I commented on the power dynamic thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think
What does it mean?
do you think are there people who are just naturally supporters, and that
I guess so, but it does. I'm not gonna say it again.
context
Context matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess some people are definitely, or at least
I
they
think-
seem like they're
Yeah.
supporter type because of what they've experienced or because of expectations that are placed upon them, for sure.
And I think
yeah.
also society, in a sense, kind of forces that on certain people
Yeah, like you have to be a good Samaritan.
who
you know,
naturally
everything.
seem like the type. you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you fall short of, because in this situation, if you were to open up to somebody else, and let's say someone who's leaning on you finds out that you also are vulnerable or something, it can go one or two ways. The positive route is that, okay, like they are like, oh, okay, so you're a person as well, then let's go through this together, which is the positive way. But then more often than not, the negative happens where it's like that person is viewed as flawed, which he is, which every person is flawed.
Yeah.
But then you are like, you have fallen short of my expectations, I cannot lean on you anymore. And it's a sad truth. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, can I just comment another thing about it? Like,
Mm.
it's just so weird because I don't like this whole thing about the power dynamic, right? And I want to think it's not true,
Mm.
right? Because it's not a nice thing to
A lot of nice
Right.
things are true, my guy.
But I guess it is true. Yeah. The power dynamic thing.
Yeah, even in nature, like animals,
Yeah.
like kitten trust his mother,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
his mother
exactly.
cannot trust
The
anyone.
kitten. Yeah. Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah.
Damn, bro, because asking for help is not a weakness, right?
Yeah.
But it's viewed as, it's not a weakness, but it's
Right.
viewed as
Yeah.
a weakness by society, especially when it comes to men. That too. Like if we just go through that dimension as well of gender, as a man, opening up, especially in certain cultures, my goodness. Yeah. I mean, even general, bro, they call you gay for opening up. I know it's as a joke. It's as a joke. But still, it's it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem that we face. But hey, we.
Yeah, asking for help is not a weakness. I'm just going to repeat
Yeah.
that again, just in case.
I would say at least we from what
If you find the right people, yeah. If you find
yeah,
the right
what
people.
I know of us, I would say we are at least blessed enough to have a healthy social circle in some sense. Where we can be comfortable
We're
to
still flawed people.
lean on somebody.
We're still flawed people.
Yeah. But have you ever felt like you're everyone's safe space, but you don't have one of your own? The answer to that. Okay. Is this a real dynamic or is it just a mindset? Like if you feel this way, is it because you're not letting people in or because people genuinely aren't showing up for you? So in the sense that
In the context of the other question.
in this context, you are the supporter. So you're the person that people lean on. So then, so you not having anyone to lean on, does it mean that you are voluntarily not letting people in or like not sharing stuff? Or does that mean that there literally is no one that is just there for you to open up to?
I guess I'm a supporter of this thing because if I'm a person that someone leans on me and most probably I cannot trust anyone, at least I'm talking about myself, because as a person, for me, I don't share my troubles with anyone. Because it might end up with,
you feel like a burden to them in a way, or is that not it?
Yeah, it is also a reason, but on the other hand, maybe I know I'm not a I'm not an important person, but
do you think it might be used against you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, and
yeah.
mostly I don't share my troubles with anyone.
Okay.
I know I'm not an important person, but it's just
have you developed that view because it's happened to you before, or is it just...
No, but I just listen.
Or have you seen it happen?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw, and like everyone says, it's just an experience, and everyone says don't share your troubles with anyone, even if it's close. But you can, I guess, you can share your troubles with your family.
Yeah, again, depends on the family. But
yeah.
If it's a good family, yes.
Yeah,
I would say.
But 90% you can share.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely mostly a mindset. At least most of the time, I would say. For me, it definitely was a mindset. Because there were definitely people around me who I could share stuff with, but I just
you just didn't.
Yeah, just like you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hope definitely improved upon that for sure, though. So
yeah. For me, I think this is a very self-introspective question for like even the audience, because again, we are answering this from our background of having healthy relationships, and I know of people who have not had the privilege of having a good family or like good friendships and stuff like that. And in that case, it's more of a case not of a mindset but just a truth that there is no one. But for me personally as well, I would say yes, mindset. It is. There were people who I could talk to and eventually did talk to, but then in the moment, it was more like, I was afraid of how they would view me if I opened up about the struggles that I go through. And I didn't want to be seen like as a burden or something. But then it's funny because when you start thinking about stuff like this, we always forget about using us as an example, in the sense that, like, if someone else was thinking that way towards you, like, if, for example, if I was thinking that way, that if I share something to you, it might be a burden to you, But then in your case, it's not a burden.
Not a burden.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind.
I would. Well, what's the saying? I'd be more than happy to
Yeah,
help you. Right?
yeah,
There
yeah.
you
You
go.
would listen. You would hear me out. So in that same way,
I'd lend you an ear.
yeah. So in that same way, the way that you don't mind other people's quote unquote burdens, in the same way, other people wouldn't mind your burden. But then it's very different when we think about it from our own
From ourselves, yeah.
for our own selves. So, because
We
I mean,
give out good advice, but we don't do it ourselves.
yeah, yeah. Coaches don't play the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm seeing a lot of this come up with like one particular bond in my life right now,
Oh, really? Okay.
where like it's yeah, yeah. I mean we it's how do I describe this? I'm at a loss for words.
Yay! Finally, Kevin
Um,
lost his train of thought. Not me.
Yeah, it's blah, 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 blah.
I'm just happy that we get to experience this for the first time in a while.
Yeah. Basically this happens that like we would be more than happy to be there for each other, but then we stop ourselves from allowing the other person to be there for us because we think we would be a burden to each other if we share that thing. Right. So now, moving on. Where are we? All right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you found it.
Yeah, I mean, we've already answered this, so yeah, we can just move on to the next point. I have to say, right?
Yeah.
Point
it's
5.
you.
The loneliness of proximity. So this is we're going to dive a little deeper into the part of, being lonely while others are around as well.
All right.
So here's something that messes with our head. How can you miss someone when they're right beside you? But the thing is, you can. When they're beside you, but they're not really yours. When they could leave at any moment and you don't have the right to ask them to stay. First point, has anyone here experienced this kind of loneliness where someone is physically present but emotionally distant or unavailable? I will come out and say I have. No, I'll let you guys first answer it before I go into it. Yeah. Have you missed someone that you have with you in the moment?
It's a really deep question.
It is. I think a good situation to think about would be like when you're about to leave for Finland and you're with family.
Yeah.
Like maybe that time.
Yeah, most probably. Or maybe you are in a... I mean, actually, it's not related to this situation. Yeah, but yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
When I was about to leave for Finland, yeah, most probably this time.
Yeah. You.
There's one moment, but I don't think I can comment on that.
Okay, fair. But that's similar to last episode. I think you have also caused that for a lot of people. With the context provided from last episode as well, because of your situation. Yeah.
Probably.
Because when I read this out now and when I was writing it, you came to mind. So I'm just saying.
No, probably.
Because at least now, like, okay, I'll tell for me. I felt it with other people as well, but in this safe space, and since you're like literally right here. Before last year, when our friendship was developing, yeah, like us. when our friendship was developing,
Yeah.
and I was realizing that, damn, this person is gonna matter to me in my time here. The reality of obviously us graduating after 4 years and possibly moving out to different parts of life was a very real thought in my mind, and I was like, damn. I mean, like already in a few months, our friendship has this is at the time, obviously. Now it's like a year plus.
Yeah.
But at the time, our friendship has already developed so much in a few months. How much more it will develop in those 4 years, and then having to say goodbye to this dude, like even after all of that, is rough. And obviously, while I'm thinking of all this, I'm very aware that you're not thinking of it.
No.
Yeah,
No.
like
never
you're
came to
a
mind.
very in the
I'm
moment
being dead
type of
honest here.
person.
Never came to mind.
Yeah.
Never came to mind.
So that made me feel even worse, and I was like, God damn it. So yeah, that I guess in that sense, I did miss you while you were still here, which is very stupid, because again, it's way more useful to just live in the moment,
Exactly.
and that's what I do now. Like I don't care what happens after 4 years. I mean, it's
Whatever happens, happens. We'll live with it somehow, anyways.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And hey, if this podcast works out, we will have something to keep us, like, at least meeting from here and from time to time.
Who knows? Maybe we'll move in together. We'll do this full time.
Maybe. But even like with other, like you and Anton, and like as are also like, because our friendship has developed a lot in these past few months. And I've been like, yeah, like these people really matter to me. Like you guys do matter to me. And, that day of graduation is going to be very bittersweet. But it's gone, because I feel like what I used to think previously with this situation, it was more selfish of me. Like I wasn't really thinking much about, I was thinking more about how I feel and how this, but then obviously I've grown a lot from then. And now it's more of like, I just genuinely hope and pray for the best for you guys. And wherever,
That's all it's about.
yeah, and wherever we might land up, I don't know if I definitely did not say this on the pod, but did I tell you about my mom meeting, was it you? I don't know. My mom meeting a school friend of hers.
Yeah. You told me.
Like after 30 plus years.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah. She got the opportunity to meet like a school friend of hers and get connected to the school group of hers after like almost 30 plus years. And that might happen to us. We don't know. We don't know what life has in store for us. But yeah, it's more about just enjoying the current moment. And I'm just very happy to have this opportunity to do a podcast with my friends, bro. It's cool.
Same,
Me
same
too.
for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for doing this whole thing.
Any thoughts you guys want to add?
I guess you explained very
Cool. All right. Is this worse than being alone? Because at least when you're alone, you're not pretending everything's fine. Interesting. What do you guys think?
What's the question? Okay, is it worse than being the second one, right? At least when you're alone, you're not pretending everything's fine. Damn. I guess it is. Right.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. I can't say much because I don't want to comment too much on that situation I'm thinking about.
Okay. No. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would also agree. Like, as I said, you were just oblivious of the entire thing while I was going through an existential crisis, and I just had to pretend that everything's chill. So, and that was not a cool experience.
Thanks for sharing. No, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Caveat,
What's up?
because this might be, because it can be misunderstood in so many ways. I am not blaming Nick in this situation. I know it's nobody's fault. I'm telling this to the audience. I know we three know what I was talking about, but to the audience, I am not blaming Nick or myself or whatever for what I felt. It was just a thing that happened. Okay. What about situationships, undefined relationships, or like friendships that feel one-sided?
Okay.
How do those feed into this specific kind of loneliness? So if you guys kind of remember a certain relationship of yours that resembles that, or some experience.
Are they even belong to loneliness?
I would say so, because I mean, in that sense, you feel lonely from that perspective of not having that person's relationship. Like for example,
Yeah, I understood, but you are still contacting. Maybe I don't know.
No, it's like for example, let's say me and Anton's relationship, like friendship, is one-sided. Let's say,
Okay, yeah.
right? Like because, and in this like, given that let's say like Anton doesn't care, like he just, or rather, let's say, okay, again, caveat, this is not the case. This is an example.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say Anton sees me as just a colleague or just a classmate or whatever, but I see him as like a close friend, or not close friend, but friend, right? And because of not getting that mutual exchange of not respect per se, but that those feelings of friendship, I would feel lonely because of that. Because
Yeah.
as a result of that. Of course, it's not like absolute loneliness, but it's like a very small. It's like a loneliness tangent, kind of. Like what is it? Loneliness mini. Yeah. Loneliness mini, kind of. Yeah. But yeah, have you all ever gone through like an experience like that, like a one-sided relationship of some sort? Be it friendship or love or anything.
I guess it is more related to love, and isn't it?
Yeah,
at least
I mean,
first thing.
It could, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's more evident in love, but it's also there in
Yeah,
friendships.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not supposed to talk.
Fair, yeah, you. I'm guessing you also do not want to comment.
No, I just like
You can't
like
think
I'm
of
trying. No, I'm thinking of like there's definitely some situations where I had a friendship that felt one-sided, but in the end I was like, okay, cool, it didn't work out, whatever.
Just move on.
Yeah, just moved on.
Cool.
Yeah, I also just to comment. I also don't care about one-sided. If he or she doesn't want to meet me again, then
Yeah,
whatever.
their decision.
Yeah.
Be
Too
what
bad,
it
it
be.
didn't work out.
Yeah.
Too bad.
You know, I already described mine, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how endings like these destroy some of the most beautiful beginnings. Ooh, okay. Do you think the loneliness of losing someone who was never fully yours is different from being someone who was committed to you?
It is too deep.
Raw. Raw. Okay. I will repeat that. Do you think the loneliness of losing someone who was never fully yours is different from losing someone who was committed to you? So it kind of like
So the want of companionship is the same. It's just the response.
no, it's in this case we're talking about losing something that was not really there versus losing something that was really there.
Exactly. Okay. So that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Which hurts more in a sense. Caveat, I will say context matters in this sense. And yeah,
Context matters.
depends on the person, obviously, because
You know what I want to buy
What?
for the channel? You know, like those judge hammers.
Gavel.
Context matters.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking like between you and me,
Yeah.
like I would say you. I think your answer would be someone who was committed to you hurts more because again, as you said, you don't really care.
Exactly.
About something that didn't happen.
That's what I was gonna say, right?
Because you don't have much expectations and stuff. But then me, on the other hand, now I would say obviously because I value stuff that is committed to me more. But then past me, like, because obviously this whole episode, by the way, is past me. I'm talking from the perspective of past me because I moved on from all of this. But yeah, like past me, I would hurt more from like losing something that was never really there because of my own expectations, and that's like my own flaw. But yeah, Kadir.
Yeah, actually, as I said, if it's not mine, I also don't care. So
Yeah.
it is her or his decision. I mean, what would I say or what can I do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's we were saying that like in the beginning where it's like they could leave at any moment and you literally don't have the right to ask
Yeah.
them to stay.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a two-way
two-way
it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Relationships
Yeah.
are
It's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
It's always a two-way thing.
Anyway, we're slowly getting to the end. Okay.
Damn.
Point 6. Take it
Almost
away,
2
bro.
hours. We're almost at 140.
Also, your laptop is on low power. I hope we do not lose that recording.
Oh no!
But-
Alright, let me deal with it. I have my charger if we need it.
Right, we can pause the video. We can take a short break.
2 seconds later.
We're back.
Yay! Right. So, we were on point 6, right?
Yep. What's my point?
It was
The harsh
your point?
lesson.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
There we go.
You did point 5. Learn to be alone because no one will stay forever.
Here, here. Amen, amen, amen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So the first
yeah.
discussion prompt for this one is this wisdom or just
Cynicism.
cynicism disguised as self-protection?
What do you think? Do you think there is truth to this statement of learn to be alone because no one will stay forever, or do you think it's just being cynical?
I mean, it is the truth. I mean, you need to be alone.
Yeah.
at the end, basically.
Yeah.
So you need to try. I mean, you need to adapt to be alone, because obviously at the end, all of us will be alone. It's a scary thing, but
It's inevitable, yeah. Environment changes, anything can happen. You're gonna be alone eventually in some way, form. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You need to learn.
Yeah, I would say this is wisdom. It's very true fact that, at the end of the day, you have only yourself and, well, I would say you have yourself and God, but for those who do not believe in God, you have yourself. Fair enough. But yeah, it is very important to, I touched upon this a lot last episode where, how you think about yourself matters way more than you think. And that is, sorry.
You. No, I'm kicking you.
And like that is, yeah, just learn to be satisfied with yourself.
Be curious about yourself too. Yeah.
Be curious, yeah. Like in Blue Lock right now.
Yeah.
Freaking Isagi.
I haven't caught up when you read that new chapter.
No, but you've caught up to that part. Like Isagi just dissing Nigeria.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
be
yeah.
curious in yourself.
Be
Yeah.
curious in yourself.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Should we be teaching ourselves to be?
Are you taking my points?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're taking my points. You're taking my points.
My bad.
Should we be teaching ourselves to be comfortable alone as a survival skill, or does that mindset actually make us more lonely because we're not fully investing in connections? It's a line. But yeah, you go first. I feel like it's a line though.
is it a lie?
It's
No,
a line.
it's a line,
It's like
yeah,
it's like a
okay.
line.
Balancing thing.
So it's a
Yeah.
balancing, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. As I said,
Yeah.
we need to. I'm repeating myself, but we need to adapt to be alone as a survival skill, because, as this sentence said,
Yeah.
learn to be alone because no one will stay forever.
Yeah.
So,
But do you think does that make, like in this case, does this make you more lonely or less lonely?
I mean, for me,
Like that
It makes-
mindset.
it makes me more lonely because I am trying to be alone.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a good thing, but I'm not trying to be alone, but I'm trying to make me comfortable
With being alone,
Yeah, with
yeah.
being alone, because
So you
this-
end up spending more
yeah,
time alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, do you have anything to add?
I guess no, but for now.
I mean, of course, like as we are
Yeah.
talking, you can add.
Yeah. First question is yes, of course. You need to learn how to be comfortable with being alone. That is definitely a survival skill everybody needs. The harder question is definitely the second one. Does that mindset actually make us, or I guess me in this case, more lonely because you're not investing in connection?
Fully investing.
That depends. God damn. Context.
We're taking the context of
Yeah,
you
yeah,
in this
yeah.
case.
Yeah,
so
the
please.
context for me. For me, no.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Hmm.
Because I've gotten comfortable being alone, at least, and I feel like I already built up a skill for it. And when I need to be alone, I can comfortably be alone with myself, do whatever I need to do alone, and whenever I'm ready, I'll go back out into the world and do what I need to do there too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it comes down to how much you balance it. I think. Yeah. How do I phrase this? Be comfortable with being alone, but that doesn't mean that you should put yourself in situations for you to be alone, just so that you can learn that.
Okay.
Because I think there is, because you learn a lot of stuff about yourself as well when you're interacting with other people.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You know, and you can add that to when you're alone as well. And so in my case, I would say, now that I've embraced being comfortable in loneliness, it doesn't make me more lonely, because in fact it's made me more, like, I invest more into my connections now than previously, because now I know the types of connections I want, you know, and those type of connections are those that will respect my time of just me, that who like, you know, I don't at least I try my best not to associate with people who always need to do something or be with someone or whatever.
Gotcha. I see what you
So
mean.
in the same way, like, I can have my time where it's just me, but then when I'm with said people, I thoroughly enjoy my time with them as well. So I think it gives more clarity, I think.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree.
Hmm.
I also should do this one, but
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, in each person's
Yeah, it's-
life, there should be a balance.
Yeah, and it's that balance is different for each person as well. For
Yeah.
like, for some people it might look uneven, but for you it might just be that
Yeah.
right amount of balance. So
But also, personality also affects, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But what does it mean to learn to be alone? Is it about being self-sufficient, or is it being okay with impermanence?
So okay, for you, what does being comfortable when you're alone mean for you?
Actually, I can't answer what does it mean, but I can answer what contributes to me.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I mean, as I already said, yes, being alone may decrease your social intelligence, but at the same time, you can focus your work much more easily, and you can prepare yourself for the future. For the future, I mean, when you will be more alone, because most probably you will be lost. Yeah. I don't want to move this topic, but yeah, this is the truth.
No, we agree.
Yeah, no, it's reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few contribute things and few disadvantages of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So like right now, when you say that you are comfortable being alone, why do you say that? Like, what is it that you see in maybe yourself that makes you say that you are comfortable being alone?
because as I said, I can focus my work much more easily.
So you're more productive when you're alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So you could say that your metric of comfortability is productivity.
Yes, at least for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Mr. Escobedo.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. One thing I can definitely say for sure, I don't think, at least for me, it's not about being self-sufficient. but it's about being okay with impermanence, or in other words, at least for me, just being in the moment, doing whatever you need to do. This doesn't have to be productive. It doesn't have to be efficient or anything even important, just anything.
Yeah.
Anything to be in the moment that helps you in whatever way it can.
Yeah, yeah. I would say it's
But most importantly, at least for me, is something that helps you learn something about yourself, at least.
because I'm thinking it like what I'm asking myself is what makes me say that I am comfortable with being myself, with being by myself, and I think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's definitely not self-love, because at least in this moment of time, I am not, and like my self-esteem is not the highest it has ever been.
Okay.
So it's definitely not that. But then at the same time, I am okay with being alone. So what really, and it's not like I'm at the peak of productivity. Like I prefer doing work alone. Like especially when it's something that I'm very particular about, like, you know, this podcast stuff, I do prefer to be alone. I don't mind if someone's there, but I prefer to be alone. But then that's also not like a reason why I would say that that's why I'm comfortable being alone. Because again, I mean, I procrastinate just as much as you sometimes. So I think for me, it's being alone gives me time to like frees up my mind of a lot of other things, like in the moment things. Like for example, like if I'm in uni or like in volleyball or whatever, I'm always constantly thinking about in the moment stuff, like, you know, okay, now I have this class, then after class, okay, we go have lunch, then after lunch, okay, you know, I'm with these people, what do I do with these people, or like do we have any plans or whatever. Volleyball, same thing, you know, but more technical in that sense. But when I'm alone, all of that goes away, and it's basically now I can think about other stuff where it's like, how do I make more use of my time, or like, you know, how do I
Self-improvement stuff?
yeah, I would say mostly self-improvement stuff for me personally, and I enjoy that is what I would say, and that is why I would say I'm comfortable being alone, because I can be my own critic comfortably. I'm not too harsh on at least I don't think I'm too harsh on myself. But, and 'cause it's basically, I'm giving myself constructive criticism, and when I'm alone, I can figure out ways to, like, you know, as a solution to that criticism, like what to do in response.
Yeah.
I can figure that out only when I'm alone, not when I'm with people. Of course, there are exceptions for certain people, like when I'm with someone that, like for example, my parents or something. I can talk to them about it and figure it out. But yeah. But in general, I would say that's my answer of what being alone means.
So self-improvement of any sort.
But right, Kadir, so question for you. Do you think people who have mastered being alone are happier, or are they just better at hiding their loneliness? That's another deep question. But
Yeah. In my opinion, they are much more happier because they have already learned how to be alone. I mean, maybe in comfortable way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they will be happier at the end of the road.
Yeah.
But I guess for now they are just hiding their loneliness
Okay.
because they are struggling I mean, I can also say myself.
Yeah.
Maybe they are just hiding their loneliness to overcome the situation that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
being alone.
Yeah. True. I get that. Yeah.
It is a struggle. That's all I can say. It is a struggle. It could be either or.
Yeah.
Mm.
It could be either or. But it's loneliness
Yeah, I
is a
think
struggle.
it's a thin line. It's a thin line.
It's a struggle that you just have to figure out.
But in my opinion, I would say they are happier.
Happy.
Because-
if they come out
because-
of it at the end, yeah.
No, because like in this context, we're talking about people who have mastered being alone, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, okay.
that implies that they don't.
They've gone through the struggle. They figured it out.
They've gone, yeah,
somehow.
they've figured it out, and they do not give any value to like comparison,
Yeah.
or like they don't get their validation or worth from other people.
They can get it
So
from
they're like
themselves.
very,
Yeah.
self-sufficient in that sense. And I think that makes you quite happy more than, but then again, as you said, I think there are a lot of people who pretend to be happy, but who are in fact hiding their loneliness even from themselves. Like, they kind of trick themselves into being happy, and they genuinely believe that they are happy, but then the actual case might be that they're hiding their loneliness, and they only come to realize that down the line, maybe. Because I can think of examples like that. So it is a thin line, but I think if you have mastered being alone, it would be a very advantageous thing to master, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing to master, and I think it would very much improve your quality of life if you get comfortable with being alone. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's more of a self-introspective question for each person to answer for themselves.
Yeah,
We're back. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah, okay. Where were we? You were talking about mastering being
Yeah.
alone, improving quality of life.
Yeah.
I was gonna dive more into how the master of being alone is very vague, I guess, in this question, but it will look so different for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, it's very subjective.
For sure, yeah. That's a very subjective.
Which takes us directly to the next point. It's all relative.
Hey.
Segue. Whose point is this? This
Yours.
of
This
mine,
is yours.
okay.
This is yours. You're the odd ones.
Right.
I'm the even.
Second to last point. It's all relative. So here's the thing. The level of loneliness each person faces is different. So their perspective on whether loneliness is good or bad differs in relation to that. So first point being, can someone who's only experienced mild occasional loneliness really understand what chronic soul-crushing loneliness feels like? Do you think that you can relate to that type of? Well, I mean, if you have gone through it, then yes, you've gone through it. But like, from what I've heard of our discussion so far, I would say all of us have gone through that. How does it describe?
chronic? Oh, the mild one.
The mild occasional loneliness, rather than the soul-crushing, chronic loneliness.
I don't know. I don't know if we can fully understand the soul-crushing loneliness. I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you think
Yeah, I agree.
that we cannot understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll give a bit of context as to where this point comes from, because this is
Yeah.
from a conversation that I had very recently.
Please do.
I was talking to somebody about this upcoming episode, and the person told me that I was asking that person, what do you think? Do you think is loneliness good or bad from your experience? And that person told me that the version of loneliness they went through in their life was not very good, because it was a very involuntary isolation kind of loneliness from the people that she cared about, and stuff like that. So in their opinion, loneliness is bad, is what that person was saying. Whereas in my opinion, I say loneliness is good because I went through a completely different type of loneliness where it was like very self-discovery, very focused on myself because I literally had nothing else to focus on, and that type of loneliness. So that is the context as to why this thought came into my mind of like how like our answer to this question today varies a lot depending on what type of loneliness we've gone through. So that's the
Okay, I
context.
see what you mean,
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. So for me, I would say I would agree with Kadir because like when I was having that conversation with that person, I obviously couldn't I can't fully understand
Exactly.
what they have gone through because
Yeah.
obviously I have not gone through it myself. So, but then I can also to a certain extent relate because at the end of the day, loneliness is loneliness and there are similarities. But then, so I would say you can understand it, but to a certain extent. So so obviously you can't fully understand it, or like as this question has put it, really understand it, but you can understand a part of it. You look like you have something you want to say.
No, I'm just thinking about it. I'm
Okay.
letting it marinate in my brain.
Cool. Next one. Does your answer to is loneliness good or bad depend entirely? Yeah, my Indian accent came on that. Depend entirely on how much of it you've experienced and what kind. So my answer is yes. But what do you guys think?
Obviously, because I guess each person talks about their experiences.
Yeah.
And I also talked about my experiences and ended up with, I guess, loneliness is good for me. And yeah, because I haven't seen the negative results
Yeah.
from me. Maybe other people saw,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
at least for me, I haven't seen. So yeah.
Nick?
It's good. No, I'm joking. Of course, context matters, but in my case,
he's
for
been
sure.
preaching it the whole freaking episode. Yeah, true.
But for my case, for sure, it's definitely the same answer as the other two.
Yeah.
It's definitely helped me more than done harm.
Yeah.
Even though that definitely harmed other people.
Okay, this is also another good point. So obviously, as you said, context matters. So in this sense, we're talking about context of life. So for someone
That's so vague.
I'm going to explain.
You better.
For someone who grew up smothered by people, loneliness might feel like freedom. But for someone who grew up isolated, it might feel like a prison. So how much does our history shape our relationship with loneliness? So in this case, like we're not asking whether it does or not, because obviously we've answered that already. But how much do you think? Do you think it's a majority, a minority? If it's a majority, is it like a big one?
At least it's not majority for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because at least for me, I just moved to Finland. 1 year ago, and I can say I experienced loneliness here. I also experienced in my home country, but I guess we are in early stage of our
obviously.
life.
Yeah.
Probably we will experience
we-
more than
We will
this one.
experience a nice amount of loneliness in our coming years as well. Yeah.
You go first for this one. I'm still forming my
Bruh,
thoughts, bro.
you have been
today
forming-
today has been a slow day for me as well. I don't know why.
Okay.
Go for it. I'll be the last one.
I think our history shapes a lot of our relationship with loneliness, because again it's because you view loneliness through that lens, right? Like when you're thinking about a concept, that is personal to you. You, even after listening to everybody's thoughts about loneliness, at the end of the day, what really matters to you is your own experience with that thing. And then obviously that depends on whether you've had that environment where you think of loneliness as freedom or you think of loneliness as a prison. So in that sense, I would say I don't think 100%, because again, there are a lot of general things about loneliness as well, which we go ups and downs with, like when we talk to people about it, and opinions can change. Some things might cause you to look at things differently in retrospect and stuff like that. But I would say a good chunk, like above 50% for sure, comes from your history with loneliness. But that's just me. Now.
A good chunk.
Mm.
I say maybe more than a good chunk, actually.
Yeah, I'm being
Yeah.
lenient by saying a good chunk, but
Well, yeah, but I'd say more than just a good chunk. Yeah, because your experience for sure will definitely will form a very large part of your opinion of loneliness and how good it is and how it affected your life, for sure. Because like we said before, if it goes to the extreme, the effects are horrendous. Very bad.
Yeah.
So for sure.
All right. So Kadir, we already know where you've fallen on the spectrum. You've told us, but how has your relationship with loneliness changed over time? So from where you first began your relationship with loneliness to how you are now, how has that change happened?
I guess it hasn't changed that much.
Okay.
Because my first loneliness experience, actually I can remember when it has been started. I guess it was during the COVID term, and I was preparing the high school entrance exams.
Yeah.
And it was the starting point of how I started to be alone, actually.
Yeah.
And it just continued, and it hasn't changed that much.
But has it changed, like have you, when you started with loneliness, did you see loneliness as an enemy, or have you always seen it as a friend? Because now, of course, you see it as a friend.
Yeah.
But did it start out like that, or?
Yeah, it started like a friend, and it is going like friend.
Okay.
And hopefully it will continue with
As a friend.
As a friend, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You?
Damn, I've had a long relationship with loneliness. God damn it.
Yeah.
First time, probably 5 years old, when I moved to a new country. And then, of course, I felt it at, small spikes every time I moved away from it to a new country.
So how has that relationship matured for you? From 5 years to 20 years.
First, I think especially after the few times I moved to a new country, I mostly just preferred the loneliness. Because just making new friends was just really hard, and it was tiring.
Seemed like a waste of time. No, so,
Yeah, at one point I definitely felt it like that, honestly. I can't lie to you. But then now it's more like, I've accepted it's more of a balance for sure. But it's never been like an enemy for me.
Okay.
It's never been like an enemy.
All right. For me, I mean, as you guys have probably figured out, it started off as an enemy. I did not like it. And I still... The problem, like for me, the problem is I like the results that loneliness gives, but I don't like loneliness itself.
Got it. Yeah.
Like that experience of loneliness.
Even now, you still don't like it?
I'm not comfortable. Again, I'm comfortable with being alone, but that's different from being
No,
lonely.
gotcha.
And I'm not a fan of being lonely.
Okay.
Because yeah, I overthink like ultra pro max if I'm lonely, you know. And that, I mean, from personal experience, it causes me to make some pretty stupid decisions that I usually wouldn't make. So that's why I don't like loneliness itself. So I guess it's still kind of like an enemy for me. It's a familiar enemy, I would say. But I definitely
One you can deal with at least, right?
one I can deal with, and one that comforts me in the sense that I know I learn at least something out of it.
Okay.
And then yeah, once I'm out of it, I'm happier because now I can practice the things that I've learned. So I guess that is my relationship with loneliness. But it's my take on loneliness. It's a necessary evil, is what I would say.
It's a necessary evil.
It's something that you should go through, as hard as it is, but it's required for your growth, and it brings about good things, but it's not a fun experience in my opinion.
But it's still a good thing, right?
It's a good thing.
At least in your
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Right, yeah.
As I said, it brings about good results, but the experience
It's
itself
not
is
great.
not
Yeah, gotcha,
great.
gotcha.
Any thoughts?
You know, I guess.
Okay. Well, we can move on to the last point, which is going to be basically our answer to this question, which you've said already, but we can elaborate a bit. The paradox. Oh wait, this is your
That's
point.
my point.
Right,
The
my bad.
paradox. Can loneliness be good?
Mm.
So after all this,
Yeah.
so let's actually address the final question. Can loneliness ever be good? And are there times when loneliness has pushed you to make positive changes in your life?
So we can start with you first.
I mean, it's not a. I mean, as I said, there was contributions,
Mhm.
but there was not that much change,
Okay.
and I guess there wasn't positive changes
Okay.
because social interaction will be decreased actually.
So it's like a negative change.
Yeah,
Okay.
negative change, at least for me. And
But then even despite that, you say loneliness is good because
Yeah,
of
but
because of the productivity thing. Or?
because of the contributions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess in a way those contributions are positive
It's a double-edged
changes
sword.
to your life.
Yeah, at least for me, they are positive.
Yeah.
But changes that I made to be alone is
Okay. Yeah.
a bit negative. At least they aren't negative for me, but
In general, it's
yeah,
negative.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's negative.
It's a double-edged sword, basically.
Here. Yeah.
But no, for me, it's probably similar situations, right?
Mm.
Or a similar answer as well for me. In my case, it's more about, or when I'm alone, it's more about self-curiosity. So yeah, there's of course positive outcomes for there, and I do discover things about myself and things that I want to change and improve about my life. And from there, yeah, it can also cause the negative stuff like self-isolation and emotionally distant at times. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, my answer is pretty obvious.
Ow! I have my funny bone.
Yeah, there are times like, I mean, obviously my experience with. Are you good?
I hit the funny bone, bro.
Oh,
I hit
okay.
the funny bone. That's the
Alright,
thing.
cool. A very stupid joke came into my mind, but anyway.
Very humorous. Is it this one?
No, I was gonna say something along the lines of, I hope it increases your humor, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, loneliness for me has pushed me to make some very positive changes on more on how I look at myself and more on how I interact with other people, because it I guess okay. I'll give a little sneak peek into something that I've not discussed before, and I'll probably discuss this way more in the
Next episode?
not next episode, but the
Oh,
upcoming
right.
episode of like how media affects your life or whatever. Of course, one of the prevalent loneliness times is COVID. For me, the COVID and homeschooling thing was at the same time. So that was also the first time that I ever watched anime. And my first anime was Naruto. And something that Naruto really, really touches upon in its storyline.
Friendship.
Oh, that. And trying to understand other people.
And that, yeah.
Because if you've not watched Naruto, every villain in Naruto is justified for their reason. And that really opened up my mind to think about, to think of how others think as well. Like to take into other people's thoughts into consideration as well. And that,
Wait. Including Madara?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah?
I would say he was
It's
the
been a
most
while.
justified.
It's been a while. I probably forgot a few
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
about Madara. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, he just wanted everyone to be happy. But anyway, yeah. So because of that, what resulted in me was that I started understanding other people better, or at least I started making more of an effort to, and that as a result improved my social skills slightly, which is very funny. But yeah, so that's one of the positive changes that I made, amongst other things.
You heard it here, folks. Anime help improve social life.
And the lessons you learn are, all I'll say, One Piece. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, you can.
Does loneliness force self-reflection and growth in ways that constant connection doesn't?
Does it force that?
Does it force that? No, I don't
No?
think so. No,
Really?
no.
How does it not force it? Because you're literally by yourself. What are you gonna do?
Anything. It doesn't have to be self-reflection. It can be anything. Exactly, because you're by yourself. You can do anything. Whatever you want.
But you're lonely. It's not being alone. We're talking about lonely.
Create an imaginary friend. Well, I
Bruh.
guess you could.
Sure, your solution is be schizophrenic.
No. That's not what I meant.
Okay. Also, R.I.P. Bing Bong. But anyway.
Oh, R.I.P. Big Bong.
Yeah. He's a real one. He's a real
He's
one.
a real one. He's one of the boys.
Yeah, Kadir, what do you think? Do you think it forces?
I don't think it forces self-reflection.
We got it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think it forces self-reflection or no?
What do you mean by self-reflection?
I don't know how to define it. Do you know? Basically,
Criticizing yourself. No, that's a bit too critical. No, sorry.
self-reflection is when you
Is it an
Feedback. When you give yourself
observation of
feedback.
yourself?
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
When you give yourself feedback upon the things that you did.
Okay, I understood.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess of course. And
my brother. Yeah.
yep, I'm not making it general, but
Okay.
most of the people who are alone, let's say they are go to psychologist, and isn't it even self-reflection?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say so, yes. And I would say that them being alone forced that decision in a sense, in a way. Yeah, I agree. I also say that loneliness does force self-reflection. Again, caveat depends on the type of loneliness. But for most types of loneliness, my view is that it forces self-reflection. and growth in ways that constant connection doesn't. Yes, because constant connection does obviously influence growth in some aspects, while loneliness gives growth in other. Well, self-reflection gives growth in other aspects, and that is caused.
How is it different though? At least, like
What?
the self-reflection from loneliness from the connections.
Because in connections, you learn more socially, in the sense that you learn more about how other people behave,
Mm-hmm.
and two, you learn about how you behave with other people, and
Mhm.
whether that needs to change or not. Whereas when you're by yourself, you learn how you behave with yourself, and whether that needs to change or not. Which then,
Okay.
then results in changes when you behave with other people.
Okay.
Subtle changes, but yeah.
Yeah, you put it really nice there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, shall we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
You're the one who's to say
Yeah.
it. So.
Oh, it's just a continuation of the other one.
I think we already answered that. Then just go to the next
Next
one.
one. What about the difference between choosing solitude and having loneliness thrusted upon you? Does intention matter?
Oh. Oh. I think
This
you'll
is
find it
forced on you?
interesting.
Just to clarify, this is forced on you, right? In this context.
For me,
No, like in the context of the question, it's thrusted upon you, right? The loneliness.
they're asking which is. Does it matter if it's
Oh,
if you
okay,
choose
okay,
it
my
or if
goodness.
it's forced upon you?
Okay, no, right. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, in your case, I would say, well, because I don't think is anybody's first experience with loneliness them choosing it.
No, really.
Right?
It happens because of your
Yup.
environment, right?
Yeah.
Because of
And
what's
then-
happening around you.
Depending on that, you choose it or you reject it. I mean,
Afterwards, afterwards, maybe you choose it, but the first experience never is.
Okay, but does that matter though? What do you guys think? Do you think, like between that time when loneliness was forced upon you, and then now where you sometimes choose loneliness, does that actually matter in the way you experience loneliness or no?
No, I think it's other things that matter more. Maybe, but like a tiny bit. I think like other
We will
things.
get into that, but
I think other things matter more. when it
I will
comes
I will
to-
ask you to elaborate. But
Yeah,
first, yeah.
I guess it matters.
Okay.
Because, as you said, the first experience is most likely forced.
Forced, yeah.
Yeah. And right now, if you are being alone,
Mm.
most probably it's a preference.
Yes. True.
So,
True.
I guess it
That's
matters.
where I come from as well. Yeah, because I think it matters. But let's elaborate on your point. When you say other things matter more, what are you thinking about?
I am thinking about the environment, what's your current condition, I guess in this case mentally, maybe physically too, maybe. No, more mentally for sure.
Yeah.
And then what you do during that time when you choose or when the loneliness is thrusted upon you.
Okay, but don't you think that it's like the effect that said loneliness has
Mm-hmm.
is very different when it is forced upon you versus when you choose it? Because in a way, let's say it in this way,
Yeah.
that when loneliness has been forced upon you, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
But when you choose loneliness, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
But it can be a slippery slope. That's the thing.
It can be, yes. But I would still say that, I mean, it don't you think it carries some sort of importance on like
Not-
whether it's forced or it's chosen?
Not as much.
Not as
think
much.
so.
Okay.
No. Not
Okay.
as much. Maybe as you grow more accustomed with it, and you have ways of dealing with it, and you know you have more experience with it. Maybe,
Mm.
but maybe at those beginning stages, no.
Mm.
It definitely not as. No, doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
It's a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. But any final notes that
Any
anyone
final
wants to
notes?
say?
Nobody should be lonely. Find your group of people.
Yeah, there should be balance.
Balance, yes.
Even
that is
even
the
if it is
important thing.
inevitable, that's not like
Yep.
it's not like something we want you guys to experience.
Yes, loneliness is Thanos.
It is yeah.
It
a
is
struggle.
inevitable. Yeah,
It is a struggle.
it is a struggle, but it's a for anyone who is currently going through it, don't give up, is what I would say, because the grass is definitely greener on the other side, and part of the reason is because you've gone through the loneliness. So, but also reach out to people. There are, even if you have a toxic life and you're in a toxic environment, there is at least to the people that I've known who come from very different backgrounds all over the place, there's at least one person that you know in your mind that you can, if you have enough courage, that you could trust them. So I would say take that step of courage. And I mean, hey, if it ends up
Not working out.
not working out, don't blame me. But that again,
Don't blame anybody. It's
don't
just-
blame
it's just-
anybody.
it's
But
part of
also,
life.
again, don't give up. If it doesn't work out, don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah, that's probably the main important part actually.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Cool. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this episode. Yay! So episode 11, loneliness. We did it.
It's 2 hours and almost 30 minutes, my guy.
Yeah, this turned out to be longer than the Anton
This
episode.
recording
surprisingly.
session, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, but
It's
we had
insane.
fun. Thank you, Kadir, again,
Thank
once
you.
again, for
Thank you.
joining
Thank
us
you.
on the
Yeah.
Thank
pod.
you for invitation.
Yeah, of course. And hopefully, sometime in the future, we might have you again. We don't know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
sure.
Nick, did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun today.
Same. I mean, loneliness, for all of us, is a very personal topic, and I was happy that we could cover it today. Anyway, in other news, you want to do the self-promotional thing?
Oh
this time?
yeah, sure.
I've been doing it.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell, and of course, if you can, leave a comment down below. We love
We
to hear.
appreciate the comments that you guys have been leaving
Yeah,
down, by the way.
We appreciate any feedback
yeah.
and of course any conversation starters that you might have.
Yes.
We also have an Instagram, which you can also communicate with us through,
Follow us
and
there.
also follow us there. And to all of our Spotify listeners, thank you as well.
Yep.
And anything you need to say for the Spotify listeners?
Well, okay, not for the Spotify listeners, they're chill.
All
But
right, cool.
Instagram, we have the NGL link there, so you can
Right, I was forget that.
yeah, you can send anonymous messages there if you want. In the news of equipment upgrade, it's coming.
Next episode.
No, I don't know when it's coming,
Oh,
but it's
you don't
coming.
know it? Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be next episode.
No.
Never mind.
I mean, it might be, but most probably not. But it's on the way. And I just want to take a moment to just say thank you to everybody again, because we've been growing slowly but steadily.
We're going, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
and
doing
it's
great.
really nice to see. I mean, I'm happy that our collective thoughts and opinions are resonating with other people out there. Because I sure as hell know my social circle is not 65 people, so it's definitely random people watching it,
Yeah,
and I'm
for
happy.
sure.
And I'm happy. So, anyway, right, we will see you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Yep, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week with a normal episode with this guy. And peace.
I'm gonna throw him under the bus next week, right? I'll find something. Alright, see you guys.